So Emily may have just redeemed herself in episode 2. Probably the quickest turnaround that I have ever seen on any season of Survivor that I've watched. Hey y'all, it's Nay. Welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for Survivor 45, episode 2. So if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want spoilers, save this video and come back after you do. Poor Lulu Tribe, they just cannot catch a break. They were doing so poorly in that puzzle immunity challenge that the editors just stopped including the footage of them trying to do the puzzle because they weren't even in the game at that point. So of course they ended up going back to Tribal Council. So far, the only tribe to go to Tribal Council this season. Brandon goes home, not totally unexpected because I'll talk about him a little bit later, but he was doing poorly in almost everything. I also just want to say, Jeff was looking damn good at Tribal Council. Was he not? Like, whoever picked that light blue shirt for him, chef's kiss. And the hair, Jeff was Jeffing, okay? So Emily may have just redeemed herself in episode 2. Probably the quickest turnaround that I have ever seen on any season of Survivor that I've watched. Now she might be sucking up and kind of hiding the way that she really feels, but the thing is, it's working. It actually kept her safe in Tribal Council and got Brandon eliminated. I do think that giving Sabiyah her shot in the dark was a good move on her part, but I really don't know about Emily. I don't know why I'm having this thought, but for some reason I'm like, what if Emily comes through and wins this entire thing? Like, she's playing very, very strategically. She came in playing the game really hard, as I mentioned last week, but she realized very fast that that was not the way to be playing the game, and she toned it down, and everybody fell for it. Whether she's being honest or not, the gameplay is impeccable. So shout out to Emily on the gameplay. She even has Kaleb saying that he wants to nurse her back to health. What if that ends up backfiring on him later in the game when they get to the merge and she all of a sudden just starts going at him? If Emily comes back and wins the game, it will probably be like a great underdog story. And not underdog in the sense that she was really bad at the game, but underdog in the sense that she came in hot, nobody liked her, and she repeatedly saved herself. Sabiyah ended this episode not having a vote because, of all things, she can't even get to her idol because it's hidden in a candle that she can't burn because they haven't had flint the entire time. And I think they're on day 6 by the time this episode ended. It's crazy that she's just sitting there with the idol in her hand, but she can't even use it because they can't make fire with sticks. Maybe they need to get on that. Brandon, poor little Brandon. I'm sad to see him go, but I think it was inevitable that he was gonna go. If he didn't end up going out in Tribal Council right now, he probably would have done so as soon as he made it to the merge. He is a diehard Survivor fan. He's a super fan of Survivor, but I hope that this makes people realize that just because you're a super fan from at home on your couch, as Jeff loves to say, it's not the same thing as playing the game. He went in thinking he was going to be great at puzzles. He did 2 puzzles, failed miserably at both of them. He's not good strength-wise. The only strength that he really had was his social game. And in the end, that ended up not being as good as Emily, so maybe his social game wasn't even that strong. I appreciate that he's such a super fan, but it just wasn't the game for him. I don't know, maybe he should try coming back. They don't let people come back that often, so farewell to Brandon. I bet he wishes he would have kept that idol for himself. Not that he would have been able to get to it either, because again, no flint, no fire. He was super geeked when Jeff snuffed his torch, so I guess at least he got that out of it, but yeah. One thing that I do love that the Lulu Tribe did together was search for that idol. Now last week I mentioned that I wanted to see them search for the idol together, and this is the reason why. Everybody is looking for the idol. Everybody wants an idol. Not only do they want an idol because it keeps them safe, they want the idol for the simple experience of finding the idol on Survivor. Like, everybody wants to cross that off their bucket list. But when they search together, it makes it harder because now everybody knows you're looking, and now everybody's going out at the same time and looking for the idol. So I love when they search together because it really does bring an aspect of gameplay that me as a viewer loves to watch. It's like watching gladiators go at it in the ring. Like, that's right, fight it out for this idol. Like, I want to see y'all fight for it. Like, I want to see you work for it. Reba. So Jay figures out that there's a hidden message on the flag without even having the hidden clue to tell her so. She's somebody to watch out for. When they finally do start getting into losing the game, she's going to be very strategic. I can already see it. Her puzzle game is really, really good. And it just makes me think like, damn, I would never be good at this game. Without a clue, I would never look at that flag and say, this is a hidden message. I'd probably be like, they just wanted to add some scribbly lines or something, or they're adding some of the locals' language to the flag, but it doesn't mean anything. But she very quickly was like, be for real. Like, do you see these lines on here? Clearly, it's a hidden message. So she's a player to watch out for sure. Now, Austin is the person who actually did get the advantage with the hidden message, and he finally figures it out, but he only figures out part of it, and he still has to go digging up stuff, the coconut tree or whatever it is, to find the actual idol. And of course, he's going to find out that he probably has to melt his too. So Drew does risk his vote at the challenge and he wins. He actually gets a really cool advantage that he can use up until there's 10 people left. And that's that he will get to leave during tribal council. Now, he won't get a vote, but he also can't be voted out. Now, this is a great advantage for him, but I'm really interested to see, one, when he's going to play this advantage, and two, how he's going to play it. Let's say he decides to play it so that he doesn't get voted out, but that also means he loses a vote. So what if his alliance needs him for numbers and he walks away from tribal council that night? Now all of a sudden they're not going to have numbers. So this is an advantage, but it's really kind of like, I don't know, it could go either way. We're going to see how this one plays out. Belo Tribe. So Belo Tribe wins immunity and reward. They get their fishing gear, so not only are they not going to tribal council, but they are eating good. So that immunity puzzle was actually really difficult from what I could see. The puzzle was all one color, so you don't get the luxury of saying, well, let me match the colors up and that's how I'm going to build it. How they typically do when they do like the Survivor logo puzzle, it was all the same color, so that makes it hard. Secondly, they were all squiggly lines. All the pieces were just squiggles, so you can't really match them up. They all kind of look the same. Third, as Jeff said,
it's a brand new Survivor puzzle. Nobody knows this one.
So it was really a true challenge. At the immunity challenge, Jeff also mentioned that there was a new rule. If you sit out, that's the only sit out that you get, or at least that's how I interpreted it. So usually after tribal councils, the sit outs kind of reset, but apparently they're not going to be resetting anymore. The way that I interpreted that is you only get one sit out per season. If I'm wrong on that and Jeff meant something else, please let me know in the comments because I'm a little confused on it. I also will say, maybe they just didn't show it. Maybe it just didn't end up in the final cut. But I didn't see any of those sit outs looking for immunities or advantages under those benches, which we all know they should have been because you never know in the game of Survivor. So Bruce is really leaning into this uncle slash dad. Well, he doesn't want to be dad, but he's kind of fitting into uncle dad Bruce. And it's so great. I love him. He is super charismatic, which we know can get him a long way in this game. He doesn't risk his vote when he gets to go for the advantage, which I think was a smart move on his part because he's already in everybody's good graces. And the Belo Tribe isn't losing, so he doesn't even have to worry about going to tribal council. I still don't like how some people are treating Bruce as if he is a returning player because technically he is. But as I mentioned, he was on Survivor 44 for a millisecond. So I don't really see him as a returning player. I don't really see him as having any sort of advantage in the game. This is really his first time playing for real. I don't even think he made it to day 5 or 6, his first go. So he has as much information about the game as anybody else does. And I'm gonna need them to go ahead and take that target off of my boy's back. And when I say them, I really mean Katurah, because she is ready to get Bruce out. Like she's like, y'all not seeing it. She's trying to be Uncle Daddy Bruce. And she sees that as a threat, which she should, because again, charismatic player can go far in this game. But she might want to tone it back a little bit because Bruce is everyone's favorite. As she mentioned, he even became kind of a fan favorite. Like, we love Bruce. Because he has so much support outside of the game, but more importantly, inside of the game, if she starts calling him out, people might start seeing her as a threat or as if she's attacking Bruce, and she might be on her way out. So it is a game where you have to tread lightly, and she might want to go a little easy on Bruce before she ends up flipping it on herself. And then Brando is just vibing with the girlies this episode, which may be the best move for him because they have numbers right now, and they may end up wanting to get all the men out. So if he's playing nice with the girlies, he might get to stay longer. So my final thoughts on episode 2. I love the intro. We didn't get to see it last week. I don't think so. This week, we got to see it. I love it. I love the screaming man at the beginning. Great intro. Great theme song that we've had for 20 years now. Has it been 20? Oh, I said that as a joke, but it actually has been that long. It actually has been that long. Oh, damn. It's been like 20. Survivor came out in 2000. It's actually been 23 years. Wow. Okay, well, that's not a joke anymore then, I guess. Another thing I want to say about this episode, what's going on with their knees? Why is everybody's knees all cut up? Did I miss something? I mean, the camera crew was really honed in on how scratched up and bloody their knees are right now. Like, what? Give these people some knee pads or some pants or something, because they gonna go home with all kind of marks on their legs. And I know they don't have no cocoa butter to smooth it out there. I will be here each week to discuss each new episode. I'm gonna keep in touch outside of this video. Subscribe to my channel or come hang out with us over on Discord. The invite link is in the description box. And I'll see you next time. Subscribe. One, because the colors were, because like, do you see these lines on, do you see helicopters right on schedule? As soon as I hit record, it's like the helicopters come out. When this episode ended, when this episode started, Sabiyah had a boat. No, Oh my God, he's trying to be Uncle Daddy, and they may end up wanting to get all the mend out. I said it twice. I said it mend. Twice I said it.
Met her at Coachella, I went to see Chica, she with the CC trip. Perfect, I took the seat on the ice, cold on. She handed me an ice blue bong, whatever.